Okay, this is Drew Boyd. We'll be going live here on the hour. Just want to do a quick sound check and make sure we're good to go. So stand by. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Drew Boyd. We are live here on Office Hours with LinkedIn Learning. I love this format. I think this is a great feature that LinkedIn Learning has added to allow its viewers like you to stay in touch with the authors that they take courses from on LinkedIn Learning. And so be sure to check out the full list of LinkedIn Learning Office Hours programs coming up. They're just about every day on a wide variety of topics. And I'm broadcasting every Tuesday at this time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S., on a variety of topics. And today, it's all about cause marketing, how to make the world a better place. And it's particularly interesting to see some nice folks here. Kathleen Ball, nice to see you. And looking forward to picking up a few strategies since I'm currently serving as a social media manager for my church. Excellent. It's voluntary, no paycheck, but it's allowing me to get my feet wet. Absolutely. And it's all about skills and experience. And that's exactly what I want to do with these office hours, is to give you a quick jolt of ideas to make you better at what you do. I'm also very pleased to see an old friend on the line here, Amnon Lavav. Just a special call out for Amnon, my dear friend, my mentor on so many levels, and a guy who truly lives to make the world a better place. I'm telling you, it's the truth. This guy is the real deal. Amnon and I have had many conversations about making the world a better place and the importance of things we do, especially in the world of innovation, but other things that we can do day in and day out. I think it's great to see you here, Amnon. Stay tuned, Amnon, because I may be inviting you to join me for next week's topic. More about that. We have a visitor here from Greece. Anastasia, nice to see you. It's nice how many people we get from the European region, but also it's not unusual for us to get folks from the Pacific Rim as well, from Australia and India and whatnot. So I picked this topic because I teach it as a graduate course at the University of Cincinnati, but I also teach it as a course here on LinkedIn Learning. And it's a popular course for me, and I'm not surprised why. I have been doing a lot of work with nonprofits over the years, both on the corporate side, helping companies be better at their cause marketing setups, which is what we're going to talk about today, but also helping the nonprofit side understand the things they need to do to engage with a corporate sponsor. In other words, it's a two-way exchange, and the truth is both the corporate side and the nonprofit side have to think more systematically and process-oriented to be better at this. And if we're successful, those programs are going to make a big impact on the cause. Now, here's the other thing I think is important to say, is that cause marketing is really flourished in the last few years. I mean, you see it everywhere. And that's a good thing, except when it's not done well. And there are just as many examples of good cause marketing programs as bad cause marketing programs. I see some programs that make myself cringeworthy. And I'm going to talk about some of those mistakes that I often see and that you want to, by all means, avoid. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm happy to see cause marketing take off the way it is. I actually think it's going to be a career field of its own within marketing. And I'd be really happy to see that. Like social media experts that we see now, like Kathleen, for example. She looks like she's going to become a social media manager. There's going to be a cause marketing manager, and there should be, because these skills are unique and they need to be practiced at a high level. And every company can get into cause marketing and be in a place where they're really doing themselves a favor, as well as making the world a better place. Let's learn how cause marketing works. So let's start with the simple question: what is cause marketing? And it's kind of a textbook definition would sound something like this: it's a wide variety of commercial activities that aligns a company or brand with a good cause. Okay, again, a textbook definition, but I like the specific things in here that say a wide variety, because cause marketing programs can really touch many parts of the company. And it is about alignment. And the first thing I'm going to hit you with is alignment around two things: the values of the company and the strategy of the company. And so when I look at any cause marketing program, I should be able to kind of work backwards from what they're doing to what their strategy must be. And that's where I see a lot of the disconnect. The companies have this strategy, but then they're doing this cause marketing program. They don't sync up. And at the end of the program, the chief financial officer or the head of the nonprofit or the head of the company is saying, what was that all about? What did that really do for us? So we're going to talk about this alignment and some things to watch out for when you do these programs. Now, first thing, be clear about this distinction. Cause marketing is not the same as corporate social responsibility or corporate philanthropy. And these are often confused. Corporate philanthropy is giving money. You donate to a nonprofit. And that's great. I'm all for that. I'm involved with philanthropy myself. My wife and I try to do our part. But all it is giving money away. Corporate social responsibility is also different than corporate philanthropy. Corporate social responsibility is just living the good life, being, being ethical, being responsible in how you see your community, doing the right thing. So you don't pollute rivers, you don't mistreat your employees, you don't mistreat distributors or lie to customers. You're responsible. You're thought of as a respectable company because your actions match your words. But that's not cause marketing. Cause marketing is just that. It's a marketing program. And like all marketing, it's meant to build a customer base and retain that customer base for the long term. So cause marketing is meant to benefit the company as well as benefit the cause that it's supporting. It's a win-win. Really a win-win-win. Because the company needs to win, the nonprofit needs to win, the partner, and then, of course, the cause, the people that are affected by the cause, people or animals or environment, whatever the cause is, because this applies across all causes. We're not excluding anything. Cause marketing can line up to pretty much any cause that's out there, if it's done right. So keep this in mind. This is often confused. And when you as a marketer go and talk to your financial people, they'll say, well, let's go to the PR department and talk about philanthropy. Let's go to the foundation, or let's go to, and you got to say, no, that's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about just writing a check. So you'll meet some, not resistance necessarily, you'll meet some misunderstanding or some confusion about what cause marketing really is. So be ready for it. The other thing is you will find that these programs, as I mentioned before, are going to touch a lot of departments. There's a lot of coordination that goes on in these, a lot of good communication that has to happen, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later. So, why does it make sense to do cause marketing? First and foremost, financial. The company should benefit in terms of its strategy. And strategy, I think of essentially in four choices. You either are trying to get more people into the category, meaning try to attract more people to consume the type of products you offer. You are trying to sell more to current customers. You're trying to sell more to what I call multi-brand customers, people that use your product and other products, or you're trying to take customers from your competitor. Cause marketing program should be pointed at one of those strategies depending on what you've selected. You have to have a strategy to start. You don't start a cause marketing program and go, well, this is what we're doing, so now that's our strategy. Don't believe me, I've seen it done. So we want to see a little bit on the financial side. Brand building. A cause marketing program should reflect good, positive vibes on your brand. People should like your brands. But here's the point. Here's the trick. Many times I see people do a cause marketing program that's not really consistent. The cause is not really consistent with the brand's personality. You have to look at your brand and imagine it were a person. And it had a personality. You could go up to it, shake hands with it, talk to it. It would exhibit certain personalities. It'd be friendly or knowledgeable or sincere or trustworthy, whatever those brand attributes are. Well, that brand personality, people would look at it and go, oh, it makes sense for it to want to help that type of cause. But there are some causes, it would be inconsistent. It'd be weird. Let me think of one. There's a brand here called Mr. Clean. It's a big, strong man and dressed in white, bald hair that, that cleans your floors. Mr. Clean. It's cleaning products for the home. So for it to support like hunger, nothing wrong with supporting hunger. It's very important. But why would a cleaning product line up with world hunger? People might scratch their head and think, I'm not getting it. So this is a key part. Get that brand personality and the cause lined up, and you'll build good reputation. Company reputation, no doubt, that's going to benefit. Employee retention. This is a huge one. The data is so compelling and clear that employees feel better about where they work if the company is doing something good in the world. They're proud of it. So when you involve employees in the cause marketing program, you're doing such a great thing for how they feel about the company, themselves, the cause, and their continued desire to work with you. Employee retention is a huge benefit here. But it has to be executed correctly. It has to be executed in a way where the employees aren't cynical and thinking, that I know these people, they're not really sincere about that cause. Or, to be candid, if you pick a cause that is just somebody's pet cause, the CEO happens to love his or her dogs, and so they support animal shelters, but it has nothing to do with the company. People are going to look a little cynically at that. And again, you pick causes that are based on your values and your strategy, not because it's the favorite charity and that CEO happens to sit on their board, and therefore we're going to support that charity. That's the wrong way to go. And people spotted a mile away. Well, and the other benefit is the cause itself. There's no doubt cause marketing can move the needle, can make the world a better place. And again, I'm so happy to see it happening at so many levels. Now it's just a question of improving the planning of these programs and the execution so that the cause impact is even greater. Well, here is a step-by-step process. This is what I teach to my students. You always start with strategy and values. You select the right cause, again, it's a cause that has to line up with what your company is about and what your brands are about. Otherwise, people just accuse you of what's called pink washing or green washing. If you just make all your products pink or packaging or people wear pink ribbons, but you're not really committed to that cause, you're just doing it to throw your hat in the ring and look like you're doing your part. People aren't stupid. They're going to look at that and just think that you're doing it to make themselves look good. It's called pink washing. Pink after the color for breast cancer. Pink. The pink ribbon found cause for breast cancer has done such a remarkable job that it's almost overwhelmed the world of cause marketing, and everybody wants to do pink, a little bit like everybody wanted to do green years ago, greenwashing. So you select the right cause, then you pick the right type of program, and I'm going to cover those in a minute. It turns out there are roughly 5 types of cause marketing programs you can choose from. All of them work slightly differently. And you pick the cause program, the type of cause marketing program, based again on your strategy. So you've picked the cause, not the partner. You didn't pick the charity first. You picked the cause first, then the type of program second. And then you go and find the right partner if you need one. Usually that partner is a nonprofit. Doesn't have to be. But at that point, you approach a partner that is going to obviously be experts in the cause. They have to have a well-managed team. They don't have to have a lot of money. They don't have to be, super rich or big. They can be very tiny. But picking the right partner is that go-to nonprofit that you're going to help. You're going to funnel your efforts and use them as your way to reach the people who need help through this cause. Selecting the right partner, again, you have many choices. You'll find that with a particular cause, like breast cancer, there's a lot more out there than just the Susan G. Komen Foundation, for example. It's a great foundation, but there are a lot to choose from. Pick any cause. You'll find a couple hundred sometimes nonprofits to choose from. So you pick the one that would make a good partner, that is going to be aligned with your values, your plans, and your communication patterns. Good alignment with leadership, people you can trust, people that have a good reputation in their community, things like that. So pretty straightforward. Then you execute. Now let me talk a little bit about these types of programs, because this is where I think people need to dial in their understanding a little bit. So I'm looking out, for example, at one of our participants. I think her name was Kathleen. Yeah, Kathleen Ball. Okay. Kathleen was the one from Florida that is working on social media programs. So these types of programs, we call them transactional, licensing, message promotion, issues focused, and business activity. Let me give you an example of each one of these. And what you want to do is, when you're done here today, start looking around you and see things online or in a store or in advertisements on TV or in a magazine or on billboards where you see these cause marketing programs. Boy, they're everywhere. You can't escape them. And try to use your good business mind here and say, what kind of program is that? You really improve your, sort of your muscle. You really get good, well-developed understanding of this if you are able to see it in reverse and work backwards to the construction of it. What is the configuration of the structure? Let's go through these. Transactional is the first one. Transactional is a program that looks like this. This is simply this. If you buy our product, we will donate to this cause. This is an old example, but these are all over the place. They still run for the Olympics, for example. So Snickers, part of the Mars family, ran a campaign And we saw these in the last Olympics just a couple months ago, where Snickers offers to donate money to the U.S. Olympic team based on sales. So it's quid pro quo. You do something, we'll do something. And that something could be many things. It doesn't have to be buy a product. It could be visit our store. It could be visit our website, download this piece of information, this video, attend this event. But it's conditional. That's what you're looking for. What's the condition? And what you're asking people to do here should be directly tied to your marketing strategy. If you want them to try a product, let's say you're selling a new type of lawnmower. I just happened to pick that. I looked out of my yard today and I'm seeing my grass getting long. And you want to get people to even try considering it. So maybe if you ran a program, hey, try this new lawnmower at our store and we'll donate money to a charity related to, an outdoors, kids outdoor learning event or something related to grass, maybe. Improvements of the soccer field at the local high school. Transactional. Next one is called licensing. And like any other licensing program between two companies, it works like this. One brand licenses and has therefore use of the other brand's name, identity. In this example, it might be a little hard to see on the screen, but this is the Arthritis Foundation that is on the bottle of a product Advil for headaches, for pains, aches and pains. And Advil has created a cap on this bottle that is easy to open for people with arthritis. It gets hard to open things as you get older. And so they have worked with the Arthritis Foundation on this seal of approval, so to speak. And for that, they probably pay something into the Arthritis Foundation. It could work the other way too. The nonprofit might license your brand and be able to put it on their materials. What's called a cross-licensing, where each partner can take each other's brands and put it up against their brands on their website, in their ads, and everything. The only thing to be careful of here is that everybody has to abide by good brand guidelines. Advil would be shocked if the Arthritis Foundation took their brand with Advil's approval, but showed the brand the wrong way. Wrong colors, wrong font, wrong bottle, everything else. It's a bummer. So you've got to have strict brand guidelines when you enter into these types of agreements. Message promotion. You see this a lot with environmental programs now. You see this a lot with global warming, anything related to the environment, or just, general causes where people say, let's do the right thing. Environmental concerns have made great gains. They have a long way to go still. But the truth is people recycle more. People are more cautious about littering. People are more cautious about many things related to the environment. And it's because of years and years and years of message promotion. But this one is borders on cause-related marketing and corporate social responsibility. Here, the company might support a cause related to the placement of these trash cans around, or there could be a partner involved where they're helping the company, the profitable company, execute this campaign. And then issues focused is where the brand is highlighting a particular problem, in this case, breast cancer. Breast cancer has really, as I said, become a sort of a dominant nonprofit cause out there because of its great execution. And truthfully, breast cancer affects pretty much everybody, but it's a highly survivable disease thanks to years of improvements in diagnostics and treatment. And it's good news, but there are much uglier diseases and much more deadly diseases. But the pink ribbon and the breast cancer community has done a fabulous job of just raising that awareness and getting people behind it and solving this disease. Issues focused. And then finally, business activity. Business activity is when you pretty much walk the talk on everything you do. Every part of your business that you're working in is somehow tied into this cause. Every part of your operations, your pricing, your financials, your human resources, everything you do. In this case, Tom's, they're a 1-for-1 campaign. It's iconic now. You buy a pair of shoes, and we're gonna put a pair of shoes on a kid's feet. Now it sounds transactional, but in the case of Tom's, it is their business model. That's how they exist. So they have a world of internal departments that just are focused on how to make this work, where shoes are needed, setting up relationships and distribution centers in countries. I mean, it's a full tilt, all-in proposition. The nice thing about business activity is that you get everybody committed to it. Everybody just lives and breathes this cause as part of the day-to-day activities in the business. So it's a dynamic program. Once again, it has to be aligned to the strategy of the company and to the values. I've no doubt if you were to walk into the headquarters at Tom's, you would immediately start to feel what these people do and how proud they are of what they do and how they feel probably a lot of gratitude and being able to do what they do. I love that. You know, you're not only doing a good thing, but you feel gratitude to be able to do a good thing. That's what my friend Amnon is all about. He's that type of guy. So that's it. You know, that's cause marketing. It's a systematic, structured process. You have to get them in the right order: strategy, cause, type of program, and then the partner. You then execute, which is communicating to your employees, to your customers. And I don't go into a lot of detail here, but I did want to talk a little bit about two resources. If you want to dive deeper into this, first of all, I'm going to show you an example of what I call the Cause Marketing Blueprint. This is a document that I use in my courses and with my clients. And we're going to make it available to you as a download. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, we're going to have a posting there of this document. You're free to download that. And of course, here at LinkedIn Learning, I have a course there called Marketing for Social Change, and it goes into great depth on all these topics. And you might want to check that out if you have a continued interest in this. Here's the Cause Marketing Blueprint that I talked about. It is a document that just goes through like a checklist of all the things. Here you see the different types of programs, what to do to select a partner, where to find partners, how to communicate the cause, what kinds of things, how to test the message, and then finally measure results. So a nice little checklist and document. You're welcome to have that if you download it on my stream here on LinkedIn. So that is it for today. I wanted to let you know that next week, the same time, Tuesday at 11 a.m., my topic is going to be this: how to drive innovation into your organization. And for that, I'm going to reach out to my good friend Amnon, and I'm going to reach out to Amnon and make sure he might be available to join me for that. He's a world's expert in the field of systematic, structured creativity and innovation, one who taught me, along with a lot of other folks. So it might be fun to have Amnon or one of his colleagues, Yoni. We'll see if we can make that happen. And thanks for joining me. And be sure to follow me on LinkedIn if you could, or connect with me. I'm happy to connect. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, Drew at drewboyd.com, or message me through LinkedIn. Take care.